This video is sponsored by Value Testers, best tool company on the web, great pricing and customer service. Contractor discount once signed up with an account. Link in description below.
Morning, guys. It's November 6th, 2019. Today I got a call from a lady. She had an oil-fired water tank that somebody disconnected, and they put a electrical one in there.
Turn left on Old West Port Road.
Says there's a leak on a line or something where they disconnected the old tank. It's leaking. So we'll go over there and see what's going on with it. So obviously if I touch that oil line, it's going to be up to code. You know, if it's doesn't have a plastic coating on it and no OSV valve, oil safety valve, I would have to upgrade it before I could touch it. Because of the new insurance laws. Well, insurance laws have been out for a long time, but they're really enforcing them. And if I touch that line and it's not up to code, if something happens, I'd be responsible. So
in 1/4 mile, turn right on Chase Road.
I'm kind of very careful when it comes to oil lines and oil spills, because I can't buy oil spill insurance for myself, because it falls under the homeowners. Tried to buy extra insurance because I work on a lot of oil burners for that, and they won't even sell it to me. So I'm very careful, because that falls, like I said, that falls under the homeowners insurance, and it's got to be up to code. If there's a spill, or they won't pay.
Turn right on Chase Road.
So it's kind of like 300 or 400 grand if there's a spill, because they lift the house up, they dig down 10 feet, and it's considered contaminated waste. It's just a flipping joke. Well, you see some of the old shit I work on, I mean, I gotta be careful.
Turn right on Longwood Road.
It's start getting cold out. It's probably only like 50 degrees today, which is pretty warm considering the time of year, but it's gonna start, we got snow coming. Snow, slush type of stuff next week. So I gotta get stuff done around the yard, get ready for the snow. Try to get you some shots when I get there. Because all these cans of oil. You can see the oil line's protected. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shut it off here for now. And this runs over. And it's got a T right here. I could take that off and put a cap on there. And this runs over and just kill this line. This way it won't be. I got a cap and a plug here. Can just disconnect it there. I got this furnace off. Ridiculous. We'll dump this back in this oil tank for him. It's all good oil. While I'm here, I'm gonna do the cleaning on the furnace. Ridiculous. You know, oh, the oil spill went on. That's not good. A lot of oil. down there if there's any oil will spill out. It's a cap. And that kills that line. That line's disconnected now. Yeah, there was a couple of gallons of oil there. No sense of wasting it. That's my waste oil container. I usually dump the extra in there. And I got a bunch of these at the house. When they get filled, I take them to the dump. It's starting to get full. No, about half full. Wow. This thing hasn't been cleaned in a lot of years. I told her, I mean, could be full of soot. Or at least change the nozzle. Change the nozzle and filter on that thing. I said it like 02 when it's been done. Wow. Kind of coming off hard there. I don't know why. Probably cross-threaded. Wow, look at that. Yeehaw. That's not good. Let's see if the head's burnt. Nope. You can tell if the head's burnt, and this will drop all the carbon off it. It's bad. Put all the carbon on there. See it?
That's from in there?
That's from not being cleaned every year. That should be cleaned. That's not good. That should be all like nice and clean, because that spits the oil out. See how bad it is?
Yeah.
That's really, it said 02 was the last time you had it done. So what I did was I dumped all the oil back in your tank.
Oh,
So all them
okay.
bottles you can throw out.
I'm gonna get a...
Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there was like 2 gallons of oil there. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's been going on since last Christmas.
Since last Christmas. Wow, that's hard to believe.
That's all he knows how to do.
Yeah, you shouldn't let this burner get like this bad, ma'am. You know?
Yeah.
Don't let it get this bad again, I mean. Because if this thing fills up with soot, it's hard to get the soot out of it.
So it's like once a year? Is that what you're saying?
You should do it once a year, yeah. A boiler, if it gets full of soot, you can take it apart and brush it down. But this, it's not as easy to do. Because it's like a big tin can in there, right?
Yeah.
It's like a can inside of a can. So if it gets full of soot, it's hard to get it out. Just so you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And what about the air filters? Has he changed those?
I didn't go buy that yet this year. But I've been doing that on the other side. I did it.
So you do change the filter.
Well, yes.
You know, you need to keep up on that, the air filters.
Do you have filters too?
I don't, because there's too many sizes.
Okay.
I don't carry them in the
Okay.
truck.
Yeah, I'll look at it and then go buy them.
How long's the tub been leaking? This thing is pretty bad.
Quite a few months now. Well, we don't know if it's the tub.
See how this is all shellacky? That means I got to change the filters and this pump filter too. Well, I got the oil line off anyway, so it ain't gonna matter. Now's the time to do it before you have all kinds of problems, right?
I've been having a lot of problems.
Both your TVs?
Yeah, all at the same week. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, maybe because you had we had a power outage, and maybe when the power come back on.
No, but it was like one has sound, the other one has no picture. The other one has picture, has the other.
Did it happen the same when we lost the power?
No, no.
That's pretty bad.
Glad you noticed that.
Well, you know, I seen all the boxes and stuff in front of the furnace. Don't look like it's ever been looked at for years, right?
Well, this is not years of cans. We've emptied this out already.
I don't want to see you have, problems.
Yeah.
Now, where'd you get my number?
I looked you up on the phone book. You had a nice ad there.
Yeah, not too far from here.
Yeah, and then, yeah, exactly. And that's what I looked at it too, Very hard to find plumbers nowadays.
We're like a lawyer, hate to call us but sometimes you need us. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to change the pump filter and the other filter at the tank, both. Yeah, so this is like a big round cylinder in here, and there's like a big giant tin can inside of a tin can. So if it gets full of soot on the outside, the only way you can clean it is through these ports, and you can't really get it cleaned properly. So you got a furnace you have to clean all the time.
Okay.
If it was a boiler, you could take the top off and brush it and get all the soot out of it, but you can't get the soot out of a furnace. So just letting you know,
Yeah.
don't let it go like this, because you could have a problem. Now you got to change the whole unit. I mean, very, very scary to let it go like this.
So you're changing the whole unit?
No, I'm changing the nozzle, I'm cleaning the head, and I got to change the filters, because the filters are dirty. I could tell just by when I took the old nozzle out, it had all black muck on the end, on the end of the filter. Let me show you. This had kind of like black on it. That's what it should look like, clean. But see how I did
That's
wipe?
already black.
I did wipe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the oil is really, all the filters need to be cleaned. They should be running clean like this.
Okay.
And you've seen that it was nice and red, the oil. But when it gets black like that, that means the filters are all
So
blocked.
dirty, like
Yeah. But we'll change the filters. We'll change the pump filter and the filter at the tank, and we'll get a good oil flow going for you. Be all set. And then, you know, once a year or every year and a half or something like that, you should have it done. Stubby. The last tag says 02. And we're at 19, so that's 17 years. That seems a bit, I don't know. But you never know. That seems a bit extreme.
How about the chimney? Like, I don't use it a lot, but how do you know offhand how long I should clean that?
I wouldn't worry about the chimney.
No.
No.
Is that the last time I haven't cleaned?
I wouldn't worry. If you got a wood stove,
Yeah.
then
No.
then you have to. But
Oh.
on something like this, I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, that filter's bad. Yeah, we're gonna put a new filter. See how bad the filter is?
Yeah, I see it.
See it?
All black.
It should be all nice and clean. We'll get a new one and we'll get a new filter for the tank. That's why when I take that nozzle out, I look at it.
Yeah.
If it's got black muck on it, I know there's issues.
Yeah.
If it's clean and I got a good oil flow, I know the filters are clean, right?
Yep.
Suntech strainer. Does come with a gasket. That's what it should look like. You can see how that one's dirty. I could clean it, but I'll just put a new one in. Sometimes you gotta let the baby out with the bathwater. I still got the oil off at the tank, right? I'm sure the filter's gonna look pretty bad. Usually I don't change those gaskets unless they're ripped. Because they are kind of a... Most of the time the gasket's still good. Yeah, look at that thing. She's crusty. Wow. Look at that. She's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. Oh, she's crusty. That's what that brush is for. Lack of maintenance. Lack of maintenance. A spring there, holes in the middle. Now that oil we don't want to dump back in the tank. That oil's got to go in the trash. Once we open it, it'll bleed the air from here. Once it's bled, the filter will be bled. Don't really matter, we gotta pull it through the pump anyway, so we'll leave some air in this thing. We can leave the air in it because it's gonna be pulled through the pump anyway, get a good flow. I'm gonna jump out FF here. We're gonna bleed the pump. Once I start it, I'll jump out FF, keep it running. Flow there now. I'm gonna run it till it runs clean. for a 1-gallon nozzle. I put a 75 in there, which is, I'd rather downsize it. And make sure you take the FF off, if not it won't start again. My limit's at 200, that's pretty high. Drop it down a little bit. And the secondary's at 150. That's really high. Drop that down to 130. 100. 130. Probably 180 on the high limit. That's better. That's better. And this is a manual. Pull for automatic, so it's on automatic right now. Gotta heat up to 140 before the fan kicks in. Close the fan. So we capped oil line, new filter at tank, new pump filter, new nozzle, clean burner head, good oil flow. And the last one was 06. So that's 13 years. Wow. That's a lot. Just make sure we got no leak at the filter. Should be good there.